It's time for another recipe here on our channel, my friends. Realize Guyana, home of all the traditional Guyanese recipes. Today we're going to be doing a very important recipe for our holidays, made on our holidays. And this is no other than Barfi. So for this recipe we're going to be using 2 cups of milk powder, 1 cup of sugar, 1 coconut, some evaporated milk, ginger. We're going to be using almond essence in this recipe. You can use another kind if you like. We're going to be using some food coloring and some sprinkles to make our barfi look nice once it's done. We're going to use some sprinkles on it. That's about all the ingredients we need. So let's get started, guys. So for this recipe, guys, we're going to be using half of the coconut, and we're going to go grate that and get it ready. Okay, so we're going to be using half of the coconut, as I said. And if you don't have these coconuts, the fresh coconut, you can use the coconut flakes that you get in the packets to buy. And 1.5 cups of that would be equivalent to about half a coconut. So we have to grate our ginger. And we're going to do that on this grater. And we are using the fine side of the grater we're using, as you can see. Alright guys, so this here is about a piece of ginger like this we're using, right? So just one piece like that. I'm gonna measure it and let you know how much. So you're gonna grate the entire piece of ginger, and that's what we're gonna use for our barfi. So there are 2 kinds of barfis. There is a coconut barfi which we're making today, and there is a milk barfi also. So we're going to be doing a recipe for a milk barfi another time. So this one is a coconut one. As you can see, we had a coconut, we grated the coconut. So as usual when you're doing this, guys, careful with the grater in your fingers, as you may have experienced before. I know some of you have experienced that before. Alright, so we've finished grating the ginger, and this is how much it is, as you can see. So I'll give you a measurement of how much we grated. In the description box will be all the measurements with the ingredients with measurements. Do not worry about that. So here we have our sprinkles and our coloring. So we're going to be using some red coloring. So you're going to use just enough to get it to a pink color, not too much to get it to a dark red, because you don't want a dark red color unless you do, but the pink looks a lot better. Alright my friends, so the first step, what we're going to do is we're going to make a syrup, and we're going to add, we have 1 cup of sugar as I said in the beginning. So we're going to add our sugar there, and we're going to add 1 cup equivalent of water. So 1 cup water along with the ginger that we grated, and we're going to boil that. So we're going to add the sugar in there quickly and then get the water in quickly. So there you go, equivalent water, which is 1 cup, and the ginger. And we're going to also add our essence to this. So we're going to add 1 tablespoon of essence. As I said, we are using almond essence in this one. You can use whatever kind of essence you like. So my friends, this step of the process is something like when you're making the syrup for your, it's a pag like for your, it's a syrup for your mitai or a pag for your parasad. So this has to be a little sticky, but not as sticky when you're making your mitai. So we're going to boil this to our desired stickiness, and then we'll continue. Alright, so this just started boiling. So I'm timing how long it's going to have to boil until we get our desired thickness, so you can know that. Alright my friends, so our syrup has been boiling for about 6 minutes, for 6 minutes now. And we're going to add our coconut, our grated coconut. So as I said, we're only using half of the coconut. So we have lowered our stove a little bit now because you don't have a lot of liquid there, you don't want a high heat. So once you've added your coconut, my friends, just give this about 2 minutes or so. And we're going to add our evaporated milk next. We're going to add about half of the can of evaporated milk. Okay, my friends, so as you can see, we wait for about 2-3 minutes, and some of the liquid has evaporated from our coconut. And now we're gonna add our half a can of milk. So once you've added your evaporated milk here, my friends, you're gonna raise up your heat a little bit more because you have turned it down. So raise it up a bit and let this boil for a bit, and let it reduce some of the liquid again and get a bit sticky. So once it becomes a bit sticky and evaporated a bit, then we're gonna continue with that. So that's what you're looking here for now. You're looking for this to evaporate a little bit and get sticky. So this part here, my friends, you want to boil this until the syrup, you're going to test the syrup on the spoon, the liquid on the spoon, to see how sticky it is. And you want it to go as much as possible for it to get as sticky as possible, because you're going to mix in your milk powder here after, and you want it to absorb and hold it. So if it's not sticky enough, if this doesn't boil for long enough and get sticky enough, then it's not going to harden. Alright, my friends, so we tested this and this is sticky, and you can see the consistency of it. So when it gets about this much liquid as evaporated, then the stickiness should be okay. So you should look, I mean in terms of appearance, this is what you're looking for. So your service should be sticky enough now. You're going to add the milk powder now. So barfi is a popular thing in Guyana now. A lot of people make this on holidays, religious holidays, Diwali, Fagwa. So when you are starting this process to mixing this in now, guys, you want to lower your stove again a little bit. So you're gonna mix in your milk powder there thoroughly. And as I said, the key to getting this the right way is to boil it at the last with the coconut for long enough so that it gets sticky enough. Alright, so what we're gonna do now is we're gonna remove half, because you have to color half of this to get your layer, right? So half is gonna be this original color and half is gonna be whatever color you want. Okay, so this first half here, you're gonna spread out in your pan, and you're gonna need a little butter on your spoon to help you do that. So the spoon wasn't working too nice, so alright guys, so we have made this first layer out, and now the second layer you're gonna add your coloring. Whatever color you want this to be, you could make it green, red, orange, black, whatever color you want. But the most popular color of course is pink. So you just have to add a little bit of your food color, and add a little bit at first and then mix it in and see if that's the shade you like. This one is looking nice. That's a nice shade of pink. Alright, so this is the shade of pink we're going with, guys. Isn't that beautiful? So now we're gonna add this layer on top of our first layer. So just like so, you're gonna put this and spread out your top layer. So if you're finding this too sticky to do, guys, just put some butter on your fingers and it's gonna be a lot easier to do. So to get the edges, just take a knife or something that you have and just, press it in like that. Like so. See how it's looking more neat? Or you can even cut out the ends if you like. But this is not the right pan. You don't have enough space to work in here. So if you can get a wider pan, you'll have more room to work and you can shape it better. But that's basically it. That's basically your barfi. And now we have to apply our sprinkles, which is gonna make this look even better. So sprinkle time now. And you can nice this up with whatever type of sprinkle. Colors are always good. Alright guys, so what is best to do before your barfi hardens is to cut it with a wet knife. Put some water in your knife and cut it. You're not going to separate it now, but you're going to cut it now, so once it dries it separates easily. So this is what we are doing now. And just get your knife, get a big enough knife, and you make one press right through. Don't be sawing it or whatever, because you're gonna. And that's about the size your barfis usually are. So if your knife is sticking, you wet it again, remove it and wet it again. There you go. So that's it. So we got 3, 6, 9, 12, 15 barfis out of our ingredients. So you need more, you can calculate your ingredients. Okay guys, so our barfi has dried for a while. It's been about 45 minutes or so. We're gonna cut these out now. They should be okay to cut out or remove. So just pass through the knife to separate it like so. There you go. So we have separated all the pieces now, as you can see. And that's it for this recipe, guys. If you like this recipe, please remember to give it a thumbs up. If you haven't subscribed, please do. Click the bell icon so you get notifications whenever we post new videos. Please share this video also. And as always, thanks for watching. Take care. Bye.